so I know who they are, but you don't know who they are. So start with introducing yourself, what you do here at Metro Rock, and what they will possibly seeing or will be seeing, depending on how I edit all of this.
So I'm Erica. I've been coaching since 2014. I mostly coach beginner climbers, coaching the Metro Rock JV team and the rec team of the International Rock Climbing School.
So I'm Kevin Donovan. I've been coaching since I was about 14 years old, and I work with the advanced teams, so the varsity and varsity plus team, Metro Rock, and Team Waimea, which is like an outdoor climbing.
That one, no, you can't. What was the finishing goal? No, we're still on the rear. That one? I was like,
So basically what they're doing right now is like peer coaching. So they're trying to kind of do part of my job while they're working on the route together. It helps, like if the climbers pay attention to how other people climb, it really helps their own climbing a lot. So that's kind of what's happening now.
Nice.
let's go.
Elijah.
Nice. When did you start climbing?
I started around when I was 10, 11 years old, climbing with Alexei Shuryev, a man who is our coach and mentor, and I was on the competition team with him for, I don't know, until I was 18.
I started when I was like 13 or 14, I think, climbing with Alexei as well. Not on the competition team, but on Alpina, which was an outdoor climbing team. So we did like a lot of trad climbing, mountaineering type of stuff.
Nice. So what's one of your greatest project accomplishments lately?
My greatest accomplishment so far was sending Beach Junkie, which is a 13B at Main Cliff. And I was also very psyched to nearly send Rocket Man, which was
Like so close.
yeah, a really big accomplishment because it was like a big process. I went from like not being able to do much of the moves and then like lowering down to my first attempt being like so excited like that'll go, but having done almost none of it.
Like one move or something.
And then almost doing it, which is pretty exciting.
Right.
I guess my hardest sends are China Glide, which is a link up of two routes at Waimea that climbs the first cruxy bit of 14B called China Beach, and then links into another route called Libanastro. So that was probably that's my hardest send. It definitely wasn't the hardest one to do. I put like probably the least amount of time into that one. I think I gave it like 3 goes, but the original route that it started up took me like a very long time. I had like kind of an epic on that route. So that's probably like my proudest accomplishment, as it took me like so much time to do. Yeah.
Nice. Like, these guys make me feel so weak. Like outside, I still get scanned on 8s, and
It's totally different. It's like,
in here, I think my hardest so far has been an 11B,
nice.
and like being my first year on lead, an 11B gets really freaking sketchy in here sometimes.
You look
Explain what you guys are doing again.
good. Okay, so we're doing this thing where you climb one route 4 times, then another route 4 times, then another route 4 times, and then another route 4 times with 30-second rests in between the 4 routes. And it's called 4x4s.
Nice.
Guys, this is the first more of the year, so don't worry. Feels pretty hard, you're falling a lot. It's not happening. The thing is though, on this route, it's easy. I just want you to walk and eat. Pick something harder, at least minimum. Okay? Yeah. It's like there's actually a lot of satisfaction of finishing something that like is just enjoying.
Come on.
I'll run this beta.
High feet, high feet. Come on. Yep. Nice. So keep them high.
But
You
Yeah,
can just
so-
skip the first butt, just hit the pin.
Yeah, you can use a foot. Oh,
Then
nice.
there's that anti-bike.
Yeah.
Anti-bike.
All right, here goes. We'll do one.
Lead climbing is like a whole different.
so, one of the things that impresses me the most watching these guys when I'm here climbing, right, is actually the kids themselves, right? Like, if you come to this gym and you're watching, you probably see what I see, but how do you keep these young kids so disciplined, motivated, respectful of each other, like just the camaraderie, the cheering each other on, like that can't be easy.
Yeah, it starts a lot when they first join the team. It's like kind of a culture that they're brought into. So that's probably the thing that I feel the most proud of, is kind of the way that our teams are really psyched. They really want to be here. They're here to climb, and they're just so motivated to do it. It's definitely part of the culture of the teams, is just kind of doing that. We definitely have some kids who don't start out that way, and it's a lot of work, but eventually we kind of get them into it.
It's definitely like a philosophy that our school sort of coaches, is that sort of respect for climbing and the motivation that comes with it. Every kid that's come out of the school continues to climb, and that's the motivation, that sort of love for climbing that they have. And then they've also gained friendships through the climbing, so that's where sort of the team comes, because climbing is definitely a social sport. It's easier when done in a group, and once you figure that out, it's sort of easier to be nice to each other, respectful, and have that good group.
Nice. Yeah, we were having, when I was talking with Alexi and Ralph about mentorship, we were having a discussion where they were over here on the moon board, and Alexi like, so I don't want to use the word, and he used it, right? I'm sure you guys probably know this 4-letter word that begins with an H. Like, I dislike using it as well.
Yeah.
But it was interesting that the way he put it, like, certain words just don't belong in climbing.
Yeah.
Like, if you start saying this, I don't like this hold, like, you're never really gonna be able to get that hold when you're going for something.
Yeah.
So,
One of the biggest things that you have to teach the kids is that like 99% of rock climbing is like not climbing. It's like falling and like not actually doing the routes. The only way that you can get better is if you're going out and basically failing as much as possible. Like there's no professional climber out there who doesn't fall more than they send.
Right.
And that can be really hard because a lot of kids come in with the attitude that like they don't want to fall in front of their friends, or they don't want to fall on something easy, or they don't want to like have people think they're bad, and kind of teaching them the attitude that like that's the opposite of what we want. Like you have to be willing to fail, and you have to be willing to do all that. Otherwise, you'll just never get better. So that's definitely one of the biggest things we work on teaching them.
well, that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to when I climb with you is
Yeah.
falling a lot. Because
Yeah.
I fall a lot.
Yeah.
Like if you've watched, you see I fall a lot, especially
good.
especially when I'm filming. For some reason, when I'm trying to put things together for a new video,
Yeah.
it seems like I can't sense shit.
Yeah.
Like nothing goes.
Yeah, a lot more pressure.
I'm like bang, bang, bang.
I thought we were putting I got like little packages for stuff in them. And a brush and chalk.
Well, I love being tall.
Good. Your hips. Use the white grips for yours.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and they have some bite. The volume have 0 bite. Well, not mostly. Like, don't climb anything that you can't do. Like here, like
tell me about the school. Do you guys do just the team stuff here at Metro? Do you do personal coaching?
Both. So we do, I would kind of break it down to like 3 different categories of like how I coach. So I coach like 3 different teams here kind of. And then I do like private coaching with adults, and then we do like outdoor climbing with the team. And I kind of consider those like 3 different things. And they're both really good for different reasons. Like the outdoor climbing is definitely my favorite because that's just like where my motivation lies in climbing. And I think it's really cool to be able to share that type of an experience with the kids because I just think it's like the best part of climbing. You can think of it like weightlifting, right? Like you can do like one maximum lift, and that's the heaviest thing you can lift, and then you can't lift it even come close to it again. That's power. A medium thing would be like 10 to 15 reps, right? You can do it. And then an endurance thing would be like, you can pretty much do this all day. And you're just training for your ability to kind of make it to your lactate threshold and then push past that. So endurance, like, doesn't come into play until pump starts to play a factor, basically, because endurance is lactate based, generally speaking.
It has to do with how your muscles produce the energy to get it. So there's basically 3 ways of how your muscles produce energy. There's one that's like, it's like the least efficient and it produces the least energy but it acts the fastest. And then the second one, which would be like for power for climbing, not just like one fast action. It's like you don't have oxygen, but it's still, you produce like 3 ATP. And then any oxygen-based exercise like long-term cycling, marathon riding, or sport climbing.
And you guys, make sure when you're campusing to try your very best to keep your pinkies on. On holds this big, it's kind of unlike the injury. You guys will have really sharp fingers, but it still can happen. Did everybody go?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If everybody went, we're gonna finish.
So it is not.
Okay, you kind of have 2 options. You can do one set of max pull-ups or a 3x3 offset.
Okay.
Like on the jump.
Anything to add?
What?
Anything to add?
I agree. I also like the outdoor part. And then I think one of the best things in coaching is to sort of realize things that you learned instinctually. So things that it took all my years to learn, sort of putting those things in words and being able to tell people. Because things that you never knew that you do for a reason. And then it like takes someone to a goal much faster, and then you yourself get a deeper understanding of your climbing through coaching.
Yeah, definitely like makes you a much better climber. Just because to be able to explain something to somebody, you have to really understand it, like to be able to put it simply. And it kind of makes you realize, like when I first started coaching like more seriously, I was like, oh, I like don't understand these things as well as I thought because like I couldn't explain it. I like knew how to do it, but I couldn't explain it, and then kind of breaking it down and making it a manageable concept like totally helped me and also just like made me a way better coach.
Yeah, the first time Alexei told me like teach counterweighting, I was like, okay,
What?
counterweighting.
Yeah, you're like, you do that every single time.
Yeah, I know what counterweighting is, but how?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I know if you come here and climb, you will see both of these wonderful people. I'm sure you can get coaching information at the desk.
Yep.
But this is YouTube. Even though we're promoting Metro Rock as much as possible, you might as well put out that shameless plug.
Yeah, well, you can email me at kevin@climbingschool.org and
Erica@climbingschool.org.
yeah, with any questions, any information, we'll be happy to help you out. Yeah.
Our website is International Rock Climbing School or Alexei School of Climbing.
What? It's climbingschool.org. Our website is climbingschool.org or Alexei School of Climbing or metrorock.org. That's all the places that we're affiliated with. So,
And all of them are .org?
except for Metro Rock, yes.
Okay. Hopefully you got that.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, it could be like right here. You can put
Yeah, by the time I edit, I'll like write all this
Yeah,
down
yeah, right.
and be able to just put it in the comments and stuff. But so this probably isn't coming up till like next week, but hopefully in the next couple of days we're gonna get some footage of me and Kevin climbing. Maybe Erica will join us as well. I really want to get you doing that V6 that I don't think anybody's really
Oh,
except for
the
you,
green
that
one,
green
yeah.
one. Like
that
this
grade
thing
might
is
have
like
been a
so
little
crazy
bit-
dynamic. Like I'm not even trying
Yeah,
it.
that grade might have been a little bit.
Not even trying it. It's you start like here, you go way up to this side pull and gotta like stick your foot. It's no. The last time I tried being as dynamic as Kevin, I like twisted my ankle and I showed everybody, and everybody got a real good laugh out of my tweaked ankle. But I laughed at myself too, so that's what made it okay. All right.
Yeah.
So unless you guys got anything else to add, or
think that's it.
about like how rewarding coaching is, and,
Very.
Incredible.
Yeah,
It's,
more so than I ever thought. Like when I first started coaching, I was kind of just like doing it because I could do it. Like
Right.
I knew how to climb and like I could coach, and I was like, oh, this is better than like walking dogs or whatever. And that was pretty much my attitude for like the first probably like 2 or 3 years. And then when you just have like a moment where it kind of like clicks, and you're like, that was so awesome. That was so incredibly rewarding. And then it just like I keep having those moments every single time I come into work, and it's awesome.
Well, I actually got to witness that joy last week when.
Brian sent that
was in
green
Narnia.
13. Yeah,
Like,
that was
Yeah.
crazy. I was so
I
excited.
think Kevin was yelling louder than anyone in the gym
Yeah.
over this young man's climb. It
Yeah.
was. If you've been here, you know the overhang in Narnia. Like you start kind of like this, and you think you're gonna get easier, and it only comes up maybe about 10 degrees, and no, the whole 60 feet is just overhang. It's vicious. It's vicious, but it's fun.
Yeah, it was really cool to see at the regionals competition, Kevin screaming and feeling the same thing, seeing the kids come out of regionals and feeling more anxious than I did when I was in regionals. It was really exciting. The best process ever is seeing a kid grow or develop, or anyone grow and develop, and have something as unique and personal as climbing, and knowing that you gave them to that.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
just feels so good.
So yeah, coaching is awesome. Climbing is awesome.
All right, thanks guys.
Yeah, right on. Thank you.
Thank